everyone, I'm Ryan. You're watching 60 Cycle Hum, and this video is going to be a little bit different because I'm not going to demo a pedal. I'm not going to demo an amp. I'm not even going to demo a guitar. This demo is all about a wiring harness. This Les Paul is host to a Gunstreet Wiring Shop Black Dog wiring harness, which is a Jimmy Page style concoction here that gives you coil cutting on each pickup. It gets you out of phase options, and it gets you series parallel options. Altogether, there are 21 different possible combinations across this control set. That is just a buffet of tone locked up in your 2 humbucker guitar. So let's get started. I want to start with the coil cutting because you know I love single coils, and it's just the first on the list. Why wouldn't I do the first thing on the list? So anyways, what is coil cutting? It goes by other names. Some people call it coil splitting, some people call it coil tapping. People will debate those down in the comments section because they actually mean 2 different things. Gunstreet Wiring Shop calls it coil cutting, which I think is a very accurate description. So what is happening there? Well, a normal humbucker is 2 single coil pickups put together in a way where they will cancel out each other's hum. They get a 60 cycle hum, and those 2 coils, when put together the correct way, will cancel that signal out. You also get higher headroom and more output from those stacked pickups. When you cut the coil, you are removing one of those single coil pickups, leaving 1 single coil behind. You cut your output in half, but you get that quacky, spanky, twangy, like single coil tone you'd expect from a Telecaster or a Strat. So let's check out how it affects this guitar. I've got it on the bridge pickup with the humbucker engaged, and then we'll switch back and forth with the coil cut. I've got to turn off my tuner. And here it is with that bridge coil cut. Plenty of single coil twang there versus the high output mid push of a humbucker. Back to the coil cut. It's like having 2 completely different sounding pickups in your guitar. It's really a fantastic mod to have in any humbucker guitar, really. All right, let's check out the neck pickup now. Here it is on the humbucker setting. And here it is with that neck pickup coil cut. All the twang you'd expect. Just love a nice neck single coil. Sounds very stratty. Back to the humbucker. Coil cut. I say if you're going to only do one thing to your double humbucker guitar is get a coil cut on that neck pickup because it sounds fantastic. But why not do them all at the same time with a Black Dog wiring harness, right? Let's try both these settings with some dirt on them. Here is the bridge pickup as a humbucker with a bit of a DoD 250 style pedal driving some dirt. Here it is coil cut. Here is the neck humbucker with some dirt. Here it is coil cut. You can also put it in the middle position and coil cut both pickups. Put the bridge on the humbucker, the neck on the single. Vice versa. And try it with some dirt, both coils pulled. Both coils engaged into humbuckers. Neck pulled. And then the bridge pulled. A lot of subtle options there, a lot of stuff to mess around with. It really opens up a ton of different sounds with your 2-humbucker guitar when you've got those coil cuts in there. Next up is the phase switching. So what is out of phase switching for a guitar? If you imagine the signal coming out of each pickup as a sine wave, an up and down wave like this, when your pickups are in phase, both of those waves are connected to each other and going down and up at the same time, and they're in phase, and all of your signal is coming through, your highs, your lows, your mids, everything is making it through. When you put them out of phase, the valley of one of the signals is meeting the peak of the other signal, and they go in and out like that. That's what out of phase wiring is all about. And what that does is it cancels out a good portion of your signal, leaving behind this kind of like quacky, like megaphone, lo-fi, kind of brittle sound that can be really useful for hitting drives and fuzzes and things like that. Think of like Brian May's Queen tone, and you're gonna know what out of phase guitar sounds like. So let's check out what it sounds like on this guitar. Here it is with both pickups engaged in phase. And my tuner off. And here are those pickups out of phase. And you can actually dial this in by pulling back the hottest pickup with the volume knob. You just dial it back until you hear that little bit of crackle and the signal really drop out. When it drops out the most, that's when you're just ideally out of phase, maximum out of phase. Here it is back in phase. Out of phase. Let's try it with some drive. Back in phase. And out of phase. Really useful, really eclectic and interesting tool to have in your guitar. There's just certain sounds you can't get without doing the out of phase thing. So next up is the series parallel switch. This is the one I had to do the most reading on. I still don't know if I had my head completely wrapped around it. So what's the difference between series and parallel wiring? The way I understand this, especially when it comes to double humbucker 4-control guitars like the Les Paul here, is that the vast majority of them come wired as parallel. That means each pickup operates independent of each other. It's like putting two pickups together into a mix. Of course, you've got volume and tones for each one. A series wiring layout means that the two pickups are joined together to act like one great big giant pickup. It's a single monolithic pickup, and when it's wired that way, you get more lows, you get more mids, you just get more. I mean, you could sit here and just think about where the electrons are flowing and the specific technical diagrams and things like that, and the scientific explanation of what is happening when you wire pickups this way. Or you could just think about the fact that it means more. It's like having a boost built into your guitar. You yank that out, all of a sudden things get really heavy, they get really creamy, you get extra mids, you get extra lows. It's great. Why wouldn't you want that? So that's all you really need to know. If you're smarter than me, then maybe you have the technical specifics figured out. So let's get into it. Here is the standard sound from this Les Paul in the middle position, both pickups running, and here it is. It's just deeper and throatier and pushier. It really interacts with that drive great. It's a smart option to have on your guitar. All these options are smart and you can combine them all. You can even do that parallel setting with both the coils cut. Or a Strat, like 2 and 4 position sort of sound. Here it is back into series. And then pull it into parallel. It's got that quacky stratty sort of thing happening. I think it sounds great. I'm honestly kind of surprised I don't have this setting on a bunch of my other guitars because I really like that sound. Another fun thing about the series parallel setting is that it gives you quick access to this stutter sound. When you pull out that parallel switch, it kills the bridge pickup across your three-way switch, leaving your middle and your neck position with both pickups engaged. So I'll show that off right now with a little bit of fuzz here. So in closing, I think the thing I've learned from having this guitar around and experimenting with this switch harness is that I need to get a Les Paul in my life. I mean, that's just the reality of it. I don't own a Les Paul right now. And then I need to get one of these Black Dog wiring harnesses in it because it opens up so many sounds in this guitar. Oh man, honestly, like I can probably live without the phase. That's just me. I'm not gonna use that sound a lot. But that series parallel combined with the coil cuts, that's where I live. I really like the sounds that those deliver, and it makes this Les Paul just so versatile. So anyways, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, dislike, leave me rude, nasty comments. Follow the links down below for Gunstreet Wiring Shop. You know, do all the normal YouTube stuff. You know, click the bell so you get to know about all our videos when they come out. Buy a shirt. I mean, this is a Gunstreet Wiring Shop shirt, but we sell 60 Cycle Hum shirts down below too. Buy one of these too. Buy a Gunstreet shirt. Anyways, stay tuned for this nasty, gnarly, sloppy little bit I'm going to play at the end. And stay grounded.